if you see this in your next exam, here is exactly how to solve it. How many grams of methylacetylene, which is also called propyne? Now you need to know that propyne is C3H4. So this is the chemical formula of propyne. Will completely discharge the color of bromine. Would go straight into it by creating a chemical equation and balancing it, which is Br. And so CH3 propyl reacting with bromine, you would get CH2C Br2 CH Br2. Now note this equation is not balanced. So in order to balance this equation, C3, carbon here is 3, hydrogen is 4. So I'll just I'm introducing 2 here. Please, if you're finding it difficult to balance chemical equation, do notify the videos made on that already. So you have CH2C Br2 CH Br2. And so now this equation is balanced. Next thing you do is you interpret the equation, and that will just be 1 mole of C3H4 you could just write equals or requires 2 moles of bromine. 2 moles of bromine. It requires 2 moles of bromine. And so this, my bad, there's supposed to be 2 here. So 2 here. So it's 4 on this side and 4 on this other side. 2 moles of bromine. Next, we are going to solve for the molar mass of both the propyl and the bromine, but we'll use the balanced we'll use the molar value we got from the balanced equation. And so we'd say this 1 mole and this would become the molar mass from balanced equation the molar mass from balanced equation is 1 bracket, then a small bracket, 3 times 12. 12 is the atomic mass of carbon. So I just say this 3 here times 12 plus 1, 4, the 4 here, 4 times 1, which is the atomic mass of hydrogen. And you get 1 bracket, 3 times 12 is 36 plus 4. And we arrive at 36 plus 4 is 40. 1 times 40 is 40 grams. So 40 grams of C3H4. Next is the molar mass of bromine, but from the balanced equation, which becomes 2. So for bromine, do not forget, after balancing the chemical equation here, we got 2 moles of bromine. Here is it, 2 moles of bromine. Now here's how to make use of that. So we say 2 in bracket these two here, 2 times the atomic mass of bromine is 80. So say 80, and 4 times 2 times 80 first, we get 160. So 2 outside 160, close bracket, and 2 times 160 will arrive at 320 grams of bromine. 320 grams of bromine. Now, once this is established, we'll go and make use of Sam's relation in order to get our final answer. So, making use of Sam's relation, what is given from our equation? Let's go back and see. From our equation, the question says how many grams of propyne will completely discharge the color of bromine, would completely discharge the color of bromine. And so there's an 8 grams here from the question, so it was omitted. The color of 8 grams here, 8 grams of bromine. So what is given is actually 8 grams of bromine. So what is given is 8 grams of bromine. What we know from what is given, is actually 320, which is actually the grams of the balanced mole of bromine. And what we are asked to solve for, which is what we want in this case is 40 grams of bromine, 40 grams of C3H4. And so if we plug in our final answer, what is given times what we want over what is known from what is given, this becomes 8 times 40 over 320. And so 8 times 40 is 320. 8 times 40 is 320 over 320. 320 over 320 is just 1 grams. And so your final answer is just 1 grams. Would you like to solve similar questions to this? Click on the link in the description box. You win. Just believe.